Number 5, prophetic accuracy. My favorite prophecy for all of you, and it's amazing. I take people there all the time. Have you guys done the Israel trip yet? Is that still something you do? Okay. When you get to Israel and you go to the Wailing Wall and all that, right next to it, Steve will probably take you to this pile of stones. And they're just like this. They're about 5 tons each. And here is the Dome of the Rock, and this is the foundation wall of the Temple Mount. And these are the stones that used to be the temple and the buildings that were built up here in Jesus' time. And in Matthew 24, verses 1 to 4, Jesus was walking with the disciples through the temple, and they said to him, what's going to happen in the future? Jesus said, you want to know what's going to happen in the future? He says, not one of these buildings are going to be left standing. That the stones, he actually says that in Matthew 24, the stones are going to be thrown down. I always take people to sit on these stones. I say, this is the clearest biblical prophecy that is fulfilled in the Bible. Jesus said in the year AD 30, he said, every stone, not one stone is going to be on top of another up here on the Temple Mount. Not one. Did you know today there's not a single trace of the temple of Herod left? Nothing is left. But all the rocks, they weigh tons, are still piled right there where the Romans threw them down. And so I have people sit on there, and I say, you're sitting on the greatest visible prophetic statement in the Bible fulfilled. Just what Jesus said, all the stones are thrown down. And then while they're sitting there, I take them to Zechariah 12 to 14. And you know what it says there? It says the world will end when all nations are saying, from the river to the sea. You know, that's the chant now in the Palestinian chants. They're saying from the river to the sea, we don't want any Israel left. What's going on today is a call around the world for the elimination of Israel. Not rein them in, get rid of them. The Bible says the world ends when the whole world isn't just chanting, get rid of Israel, but the whole world marches, as in armies, on Israel. And that is going to be fulfilled as literally as this. You see, the Bible is prophetically accurate. Every prophecy in the Bible that's been fulfilled has been fulfilled literally. Literally, not figuratively. But modern day theologians want to take this future of Israel and say, no, that isn't going to be literal. It is going to be literal. Number 6, scientific accuracy. Did you know the Bible says that God sits above the circle of the earth? It's the word sphere. That means that the Bible, it says that the earth turns on an axis like clay to the seal. Watch. This is a seal. And if I was signing a document in clay, I would hold the seal and roll it, and it would turn on a central axis. It would revolve. That's how they signed documents. The seal was on a cylinder, and they rolled it like a rolling pin across a clay tablet. The Bible says that the earth turns on an axis like clay to a seal. And it's a sphere, and God is above the circle of the earth. In other words, in the Old Testament, the oldest book, that's in the book of Job, the oldest book in the Bible was scientifically accurate. And if I was teaching Job, I'd go through about 50 of those. Historically accurate. It says in the Bible that Bethesda has 5 porches. That's in John 9. Did you know that until 1890, no one believed that was true? Because they didn't know there was a pool of Bethesda. And the French were excavating in Jerusalem, and they found out, they excavated Bethesda. It's 70 feet underground of rubble. When they got down there, here's a porch. 1, 2, 3, 4 porches. And they found it had a central bridge across the middle, the 5th porch. Just what the Bible said, because it's an eyewitness account. So the Bible's true prophetically, scientifically, historically, because it's true.